We were talking the other night, and you were saying that you feel like you're improving fight by fight. How much more do you feel at this stage in your career that there is more to come from you right now?
There's a lot, man. I honestly don't know, but there's a lot because I've only been training like an elite athlete for the past 2 years, to be honest. So, there's a lot. There's so much room, so much more room for growth. It's crazy, you know what I mean? It's like every camp I go, I'm getting faster, stronger. My balance is getting better. My core's getting stronger. I'm improving. You know what I mean? I'm in better shape all year round than I used to be for fights. So it's getting better. It's crazy when I think of how much more room there is for improvement. Maybe another 40, 50%. Realistically 40, 30%.
That's a massive amount at this sort of level.
Yeah, it is because I got to an elite level and I was operating at an elite level with amateur level training. But fighting's a funny thing. There's more to boxing and experience and training, and I've always had all the other attributes, but now I just get in the elite level to support, support the mental and the physical toughness and all the other bits and pieces that I have.
The mental side of it as well is a big part, obviously, and we've talked before about you maturing as a person, but maturing as a fighter as well. I mean, if you look at the Lucas Brown fight, there were a couple of opportunities where you could have maybe dived in, but you took your time and you waited for the opportunities to come.
Yeah, you got to be smart. It's about longevity in this business, you don't want to have, like, too many hard fights where you're shot before your time. So it's about being smart and just... I knew Brown was ready to go, but there's a time, you have to pick the timing right, and then, because I see he was making the same mistakes over and over again, and I beat him up pretty bad by that stage, but I was like, okay, let me be patient, set up what I'm setting up, and then when I let it go, when it lands, I was accurate with it when I let it go, and then when it landed, I knew that was that, so it's about picking your time, because someone might seem like they're ready to go, but they're not 100% just ready yet, so it's about being patient, and just thinking, alright, I can see he's ready if I press the tempo, but another round or two I won't need to press it. I just need to just pick him off.
When this fight with Joseph Parker was initially considered, when it was put to you, what were your thoughts immediately?
It was like great, an amazing fight. At first it was like funny. I offered to fight him about 2 years ago when he was champion. He said yes, and then he didn't fight me. He didn't want to fight me for whatever reason. And I was thinking, funny is now the tables has changed. Now the shoe is on my foot, I gave him his shot straight away. I didn't think about it twice. I didn't agree to fight him and then said, no, I'm not going to fight him. I was like, I'm going to fight. I'm here to fight. It's a great fight. Let's get it done. And that's what I did.
What did you think about his performance against Anthony Joshua?
It was a decent performance. It was a good performance. It was a very good Trademan-like performance, I think he was happy to just go the distance and not get knocked out. And that's what I honestly gather from it. I'm not just saying it's because I'm fighting him, but I believe that was their objective. Go the distance, don't get knocked out. If you win, great. But if not, just don't get knocked out. And that's what he fought, in my opinion. But people might beg to differ.
Will it be different against you, though? Because do you feel as if he's got maybe more to lose out of this fight than maybe you have?
I don't know. I'm the one in the position, the rankings and that. So, in my mind, in my mindset, I have more to lose than he does. Every fight I go in, I always think that, I always feel that, because I haven't had the backing and the big media stuff and that, the long amateur career, like all of these guys, and the years of boxing experience. So, I always feel like I got a lot to lose. I always feel like my career is just one fight at a time. It's just so but I don't pressure myself. I just go in there, crack on, and whatever is to be will be, And
you've moved your way up the rankings and gained more and more respect as you've gone on, and yet some of the big names that are out there don't seem to want to fight you. How do you feel about that?
It's funny because as a fighter I'm annoyed, but as a businessman and as a manager, I can understand. I come with a lot of risks. And these guys are thinking, why fight someone who's hungry and dangerous for a fraction of what we can make fighting, like I said, like the Wilder situation, they'd have made $5 million for fighting me. For Joshua, make 15 or 20. So I understand. I understand and I get it. I'm a risk and a danger to these guys, but it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. I'm highly ranked already. This fight, after this fight, I'll be even higher ranked, and then we'll see. We'll see.
Are there any of the big names out there that would worry you at all? Do you feel that you could get in with pretty much anybody and you would be able to pull off a result?
Yeah, I feel I can get anybody and pull off a result, but all the top guys are all worrying. You know what I mean? They're big guys, they're big punchers, they're good boxers, they're vastly more experienced than me, have more fights as amateur and as professional than what I have. So yeah, they're all dangerous, man. Like this weight is one punch and it's lights out for anybody. So these fights is all dangerous, but I don't fear them. But they're all worrying because obviously the heavyweight and the punch factor and the experience and this and the other. But I have no fear. But I have concern, but no fear.
Obviously, we've talked many times about you being mandatory challenger for one fight or another for Deontay Wilder. Do you feel that Deontay Wilder is scared of you? Do you feel that you would be able to cause him all sorts of problems?
I wouldn't say he's necessarily scared. I just think he's concerned. He's concerned because fighting me, there's a good chance he'll get knocked out, And he's thinking, if I fight Joshua and I get knocked out, I can still fight White. I fight White and I get knocked out, I'm most likely going to call it a day. So I get it. I understand it. I wouldn't say he's necessarily scared, but he's definitely 100% concerned, So, he's trying to cash out, you know what I mean? I think he'd lose a fight, that'll be the end of him, because even as champion, no one really knows him or know of him, so, he's thinking, if I fight Joshua, it's a win-win for him. Win-lose against Joshua is win-win for him, because if I fight Joshua, he loses, his profile is high, he can come back, he fights me, he lose, it's a lose-lose for him. But Joshua is a win-win, meaning win, lose or draw, it's a win-win for him.
Would it be a win-win for you if you were to fight Anthony Joshua again? Because the first fight generated so much excitement. It was such a great fight to watch. Things have changed a lot since then. The two of you have got more experienced, etc. Would we see a different sort of a fight, an even more exciting fight if the two of you were together? You might see a
different sort of fight for 1 or 2, maybe 3, 4 rounds. We'll hold the boxing together and then we'll go at it. It's just one of those fights, so me and him fight, we're just going to go at it and just have a while. We might start jabbing and moving and slipping and whatever. A few counter punch here and there, a bit of skill because we're both more experienced, we're both more growing, but at some point war will break up for sure, and then it's just going to be a slugfest. I think if me and him fight 10 times, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a slugfest, It's going to be an exciting slugfest where we're both going to be going for it, and it's just one of those guys where, we're just not going to run around really in it, we're just going to fight, we're going to fight and entertain, so that's a good thing about fighting someone that you have a proper rival you can proper get into it with and proper, and obviously I can get under his skin, which many people have failed to do.
Before all that, though, you've got to take care of business with Joseph Parker. What kind of a fight do you think you might be expecting?
I'm expecting him to box a bit, probably fight a little bit at the same time as well. I'm expecting a mixture, he seems to be good at everything, he's not special in anything or do anything great, but he seems to be good in every angle. He's good boxing, good speed, good power, good movement and all of this other stuff. So, I'm just expecting an all-round fight, and it's a great test, it's a good fight. He's young, he's hungry and all of this other stuff that he says he is and whatever. So I'm just expecting a better Joseph Parker. He said he's a better version of him than the fight Joshua, so I'm expecting the best Joseph Parker to come Saturday.
And a victory for you, that would send a clear message, wouldn't it, to all those guys who have been avoiding you so far. They're not going to be able to do that for much longer. It's
probably going to get even harder to get fights now, because once I beat Parker, then what are they going to say? A lot of people say, oh, White's this, White's that, he ain't fought nobody. But, I just let him keep underestimating. I just keep racking up these victories and keep moving forward. I'll see what they're going to say after I take care of business Saturday.